For decades, Yoko Ono has been one of the most controversial figures in rock and roll history. She's been blamed, insulted, even vilified by Beatles fans who see her as the woman who broke up the band. But what does she think about all of this? In a rare moment, Yoko is finally speaking out, addressing the decades of hate, the myths, and her place in John Lennon's life. Now, with a new documentary set to reveal the true story of her life with John, Yoko is reflecting on the criticism she's faced and why she refuses to let it define her. The insults didn't start in recent years. They followed Yoko Ono since the moment she stepped into John Lennon's life. The moment the Beatles began to drift apart, fans and even the media pointed their fingers directly at her. John Lennon and Yoko Ono's love story and love affair with New York gets a close-up in the first trailer for One-to-One John and Yoko. In a rare, restored footage, Ono says, "I was considered a bitch in this society. Since I met John, I was upgraded into a witch." Today, Yoko Ono's legacy is still debated. To some, she remains the woman who changed John Lennon. To others, she's an artist, an activist, and a pioneer who refused to let hate define her.
Were you a big Beatles fan?
No, actually, I was studying Sarah Lawrence, and in those days, on Saturday nights, a jazz band comes in, you know. So I wasn't really aware. I heard about Elvis Presley, and also I've heard about the Beatles as a social phenomenon. And I remember the name Ringo because Ringo means apple in Japan. So it was very easy to remember. Of course, it has to do with my Japanese background too. I just couldn't remember those other names. It was complicated. I mean, I didn't know, you know.
So what was your own reaction at that first meeting?
Well, first of all, nobody warned me that it was him, so I didn't know who he was. But I thought he was very sort of gentle and clean-cut, nice person, you know.
You were labelled the woman who split up the Beatles. Were you?
Oh, well, that one. Of course not. I mean, they're very strong men, and you can't even try to do it, even if you wanted to, but I had no idea about it. The way I look at it is that they were getting very, very big. And actually, you know, just that side, that they're just big people, you know. But they were actually very good performance artists, and they loved performing. And when they had to stop performing because it was just getting too big, I think that they needed that inspiration again to go and perform. And I remember at one point, in fact, Paul actually said to the others, you know, why don't we, to get the inspiration again, to get the kick out of it, you know, why don't we go on the road again? Maybe we'll do clubs again. And of course it sounded sort of very impractical at the time. And then he would say, oh, no, okay, well, we can't do that announced, but maybe we can do it unannounced. Just go to one club, suddenly appear and say, we're the Beatles, you know. And it was sad watching all that, you know.